Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Welcome you all in Pakistan International School Taif Zoom live class session 2021. Dear students, this is our live Zoom class and I'm your teacher, Mrs. Afshin. I welcome you all to our live Zoom class. This is our computer science class. And dear students, now you are promoted in new class. New class means you are in grade 8 and we call this 9 junior also. Yes. So dear students, you are promoted into the grade 8 and as you know that in grade 8 you will not study science, you will study physics, chemistry, bio or computer science. So that's why it is 9 junior. So now you all of you are in 9 junior. So I welcome you all in grade 9 junior. So dear students, we are on chapter number 1, fundamentals of computer. In previous lecture, we have started this chapter and we have discussed some basic operation of computer science. So here on your screen now you can view your recommended textbook. This is your recommended textbook of computer science for grade 9. So you must have your textbook with you. Okay, this is your recommended textbook by the Federal Board and you can purchase it. It is Computer Science textbook for grade 9 by the National Book Foundation and Federal Text Book Board, Islamabad. Now, dear students, today we are going to discuss the evolution of computer science. And in evolution of computer science, we will start abacus, Napier bones, Pascal line, difference engine, and analytical engine. So, dear students, evolution means the history of the computer. The history of computer, how computer invented and how they work. Because computer was invented because necessity is the mother of invention. Man always searched for a fast calculating device. It took a long time to invent the digital computer. A brief history behind the invention of the computer is as follow. Like we have first of all abacus, we have John Napier's bone. Okay, so first of all we will start with abacus. Abacus was the earliest calculating device. Abacus was earliest calculating device, most probably invented in China. It consisted of wooden frame having parallel rods as shown in the figure. So on your screen, you can view the abacus. Here we have different pictures of abacus. Here you can view, this is abacus. Here, this is also abacus. So abacus is still seen at some toy shops. So you can view this is a toy which we can use for the small children. So this is a wooden frame you can view on your screen. This is a wooden frame. Here in the wooden frame, we have rods. These are the rods. On the rods, we have the beads. We have beads. You can view, these are the colorful beads. You can view here. Here also we can view the beads. So these beads were moved up and down with fingers. These beads can move up and down with the help of fingers. And in some toys and in some devices, we can move left to right. Abacus was used to perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. It has been used in China and some other Asian countries till the end of the 20th century. So here on your screen, you can view our old abacus. Here we have upper deck, here we have a lower deck, and here this is a wooden frame. You can view here, this is a wooden frame. In the wooden frame, we have um, rods. These are the rods you can view. On the rods, we have the beads. These beads can move up and down, left and right to calculate something, to calculate the number. So abacus, the first computing device, it was developed in 600 BC. It was used for perform simple addition and subtraction. It consists of wooden beads. The beads could move easily. Calculation was performed by moving these beads properly. So it's a very simple device which was used for the calculating purpose in earlier China. Okay, so you must remember the point. Abacus was earliest calculating device, most probably invented in China. Okay, in 600 BC you can call it, and it has been used in China and some other Asian countries till the 20th century. Understand, students? Okay, now let's move to the second device, simple device, that was Napier's bone. Napier's bone, John Napier, a Scottish mathematician, invented a calculating device called Napier's bone in 1614, which is shown in figure. On your screen, you can view the figure. It consisted of a wooden box containing rotating cylinders, each of which had the digits from 0 to 9. It could multiply, divide, and find square roots of numbers by using simple addition and subtraction. His biggest achievement was the invention of logarithm. His biggest achievement was invention of logarithm. So here on your screen, you can view the Napier's bone. This is a simple machine, and it was the basics and the base of the logarithm. Nowadays, we can use the logarithm, and it was the base of the logarithm. So it is another manual calculating device invented by the John Napier's bone. It was a cardboard multiplication calculator and designed in the early 17th century. So here on your screen, you can view Napier's bone and the place value. Here on your screen, we have the pointing arrows. So with the help of arrows, you can indicate that here we have the ones. Here we have the ones. When looking at the Napier's bones and thinking place value, remember to look on the diagonal section. You must look on the diagonal section. So here's we have ones, and here we have tens. You can view the upper diagonal and the lower diagonal. We have tens. Then we have hundreds. Here we have hundreds. Then we have thousands. So these are the place values, how you can multiply, and you can do the simple calculation with the help of Napier's bone calculating device. Understand, dear students? Okay, the next is Pascal line. Pascal line. Blaise Pascal, a French mathematician, invented a calculating machine called Pascal line in 1642 when he was only 19 years old. Pascal line used rotating wheels as shown in the figure. On your screen, you can view here we have a Pascal line. Here we have another picture of Pascal line. So here you can view the slots of display results. These are the slots of display results. These are the wheels. Where are the wheels? Here you can view. These are the wheels. These are the, here we have the slot to display result. These are the rotating wheels. Pascal line use rotating wheels. Each wheel had 10 parts. Here you can view it have 10 parts. 1, 2, 3. So each part, each wheel consists of 10 parts. 0 to 9, having digits from 0 to 9. Calculation were performed by rotating of wheels. So you can rotate these wheels and you can get the calculation with the help of rotation of these wheels. So you can rotate like this, okay? You can suppose rotate like this, and then you can get the calculation and number here. Here you can display your number. One wheel completes a rotation, the next wheel moves by one digit. If it will complete one rotation, then the next wheel automatically, when one wheel completes a rotation, the next wheel moves by one digit. Moves by one digit. It had a number of small slots for displaying the result. It could perform addition, subtraction, and whole numbers. Okay, understand, dear students? So this is a Pascal line, which invented by a French mathematician. This was a first mechanical adding machine invented by the Blaise Pascal in 1642. It could only add and subtract numbers. Division and multiplication was done by repeated addition and subtraction. Okay, so this is a simple but the mechanical adding machine which can work with the help of wheels, and we can rotate the wheels and we can perform the calculation by rotating the wheels. Each wheel consists the number of 0 to 9. It have the digits 0 to 9. Yes, and calculation was performed by rotation of these wheels. When one wheel completes a rotation, the next wheel moves by one digit. It had a number of small slots for displaying the result. Here we have the result. So here you can view the results by rotating the wheels. Understand, students? Okay, the next is difference engine and analytical engine. The next invention is after the Pascal line was difference engine and analytical engine. In 1822, the English mathematician Charles Babbage started working on a big calculating machine about the size of a room. He called it difference engine. Babbage worked for many years on this machine, but he couldn't complete it. Later, he came up with the idea of analytical engine, which is shown in the figure 1.5. He could not complete it because the technology was not advanced enough. But the foundation stone of modern digital computers. It laid the foundation of stone of modern digital computers. Today's modern digital computers are based on the idea of analytical engine. So Charles Babbage is known as the father of modern digital computers. He was considered the father of modern digital computers. So in 1822, Charles Babbage, a mathematician, invented a difference engine for the mathematical calculation. In 1842, he developed analytical engine that was automatic. This engine could perform 60 additions per minute. So that's why he is called the father of digital computer. First, he started working on a difference engine, but after some time, he came up with the new idea of analytical engine. Okay, and these computers and these engine was so much big in size. This engine was so much big in size. On your screen you can view. So they are bigger than and the heavy duty computers. So they need a full room, the room size computer. Okay, so these are the big calculating machine. So he could not complete it because the technology was not advanced enough, but he gave the foundation stone for the modern digital computer. So he gave the base for the modern computer. So that's why Charles Babbage is known as the father of modern digital computer. although he didn't complete his machine, and this machine can do maximum 60 addition per minute, but it was not successful. But he gave the idea to the modern digital computer successfully. So dear students, difference engine, the design shows a machine calculating with 16 digits, 6 orders of difference. This design shows a machine calculating with 16 digits and 6 orders of difference. The engine called the sum 25,000 parts shared equally between the calculating section and the printer. Had it been built, it would have weighted about 15 tons and stood about 2.5 meters high. So on your screen, you can view the difference engine, and it was so big and heavy in size. It is 2.5 meters high and 15 tons in weight. Okay, and it have the 16 digits and 6 orders of differences. So we can do this machine, we can use this machine for the mechanical calculation. Each engine called for some 25,000 parts shared equally between the calculating section and the printer. So dear students, in 1822, Charles Babbage, English mathematician, philosopher, sometimes called the father of computing, built the difference engine. This is the brief summary of the difference engine. You can view on your screen. In 1822, Charles Babbage, English mathematician, philosopher, sometimes called the father of computing, built the difference engine. Machine designed to automate the computation, tabulation of polynomial functions, which are known to be good approximation of many useful functions. Based on the method of finite difference, implement some storage. In 1833, Babbage designed the analytical engine, but he died before could build it. It was built after his death, powered by steam. So Charles Babbage, that's why called the father of digital computer, because it gave the idea, and it published the mechanical computer and give the idea for the storage and the finite difference method of the finite difference and implementation of some storage. So we must need to save some sort of storage and data input and output. So basically it gives the base and the idea for the modern digital computer. That's why he is called the father of digital computer. I hope you understand it. Dear students, this was the history, the small and brief history of the computer. In the next lecture, inshallah, we will continue this history. Till then, Allah Hafiz, and thank you so much for attending the lecture. Inshallah, we will continue this history in the next lecture. Till then, Allah Hafiz.